Hello, welcome to Enfoque channel. I'm Fausto Botelho, broadcasting from Brazil, and here we use our experience in technical analysis and try to extract logical information about the future behavior of the crypto prices. I'm happy, want to share with you that happiness because we've had two anniversaries. First, it's been 41 years that I attended to my first seminar, my first technical analysis seminar in Cambridge, London. That was in 1977. And also, it's been 35 years that we're running our company Enfoque. It's a lifetime, and I'm very happy with that. I'm also very happy because our channel is growing. We've reached 8,900 subscribers. You may be the next one. Yeah. And also we're having a good amount of views. In last video, both videos from last week, we've had 900 views on the English version, English version video, and 8,500 views in the Portuguese speaking. So if you're an English spoken subscriber, please help the channel and share with your friends the link of our videos, next videos. So back to business. Today we're going to be seeing, we're going to be actually analyzing Bitcoin and another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 crypto assets, and that will be Bitcoin Cash, Cardano, Dash, Decred, Ethereum Classic, EOS, IOTA, Monero, Nano, Ontology, Ripple, Stellar, Wave, Zcash, and Zero Cash. Starting though with Bitcoin, I just let's go to the weekly chart, and I just want to remember that we're seeing the market going to $100,000 soon. It may be soon enough. It may even be this year because we're counting Elliott waves here because we did our homework and produced the correct chart of Bitcoin. The correct chart is the entire chart of Bitcoin that started to trade in 2010 and then had its wave 1 here, composed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, ABC, wave 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 3, wave 4, and then we started in 2015, we started wave 5, and in wave 5, so far we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, ABC, wave 2, and in 2017 we had what I understand was wave 3 of wave 5. Now, since then, we're having wave 4 of wave 5, and we're just about to begin wave 5 of wave 5. Well, wave 5 of wave 5, my friends, is that one that carries the most euphoria. It's when you open the gates and let the herd just go upwards, you know. So that might be eventually. If I'm right, of course, there's lots of possibilities that I could be wrong. There's lots of things that could happen to prove me wrong, but eventually that's what my experience tells me the charts are telling us. I just try to read what the charts tell us, right? So about the possibility for it to come to $100,000 this year, I just want to show you that. Yes, there has been 4 precedents in these 18 years or so of trading Bitcoin that the market did, and these were last year's wave 3 of wave 5, this wave 5 of wave 3, wave 3 of wave 3, and wave 5 of wave 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 precedents. If the market decides to copy one of these 4 precedents, we're going to be in $100,000 in a glimpse. Don't blink your eye, because we're going to be there before that. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting. So how's the situation now? Let's go to the situation room, situation chart. So some of my colleagues are imagining that this is a descending triangle. I spoke that in the last video. I don't think that resembles that. You know, I think we're having a wedge, descending wedge, or a descending channel, or whatever. And I actually do think we had a descending triangle, but that was here. You know, we had, so far we've had 1, 2, 3 descending bottoms, and we had 1, 2, 3 1, 2, 3 descending tops, and 1, 2, 3 bottoms at the same level. But then the market broke the support level and re-entered the support level. So it produced this a bear trap here, which I think ended the possibility for this to be a descending triangle. And what I'm seeing now is another thing. It's something that I would call a consolidation. The market is consolidating this level here. And I think what's happening is what Charles Dow in the beginning of last century, for those who don't know, Charles Dow was the grandfather of technical analysis, as we Western people know it, because 150 years before Charles Dow, there was a guy, Munai Saoma, in Japan, that was dealing with technical analysis in the Rice Exchange in Tokyo. So, but Charles Dow would call that a accumulation, and an accumulation would be a situation in which the smart money would be, you know, bringing in the stock or bringing in the asset, and would not let the price go up until it was pleased with the amount of equity or asset that he had bought. Well, that's a little of conspiracy theory, but you know, there's no SEC acting in the market. There's nobody controlling whatever manipulation that the market may be suffering, and so I think that's just possible. But in terms of technical analysis, which is what matters to us, right? I think what's happening is that you know, we are having upward buttons. This button has been above these other button, and 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons, and now probably the 5th button is above the last one. So that's not a situation in which we could say that the bears are in control. The bears are not in control anymore, and they are not since the time that they tried to make a lower button here, and they weren't able to. So whenever, and that's something Charles Dow would say too, whenever the failure of producing a lower bottom, we had a lower bottom here, and then the bears failed in producing a lower bottom here. And so that is absolutely not bearish, and I would say is bullish. Okay, so that's the situation now, and all we have to expect to wait is for the market to test this resistance line. I want to highlight the importance of this resistance line because it already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots touching the line. So that's a line that we could say it's very, very trustable, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So whenever this line is broken, I think we're gonna see Bitcoin really going up, breaking this resistance level, this other resistance level. He might even break some of these resistance levels in the same day, because we're entering wave 5 of wave 5, if I'm right? So that's it. So I'm bullish with Bitcoin. Now, I just want to make clear up that all the other assets that we're gonna see are quoted in Bitcoin. Okay, starting with Bitcoin Cash. So apparently it broke this resistance line, but we have to wait until a flag is made here or something to act, because nowadays, right in this moment, you would have to think of a stop 20% away from this from the current level. So no can do. I'll wait for a flag, right? Cardano's in the same situation. We're seeing an accumulation that might probably continue this upward level, but we have to wait for a sign, and that sign will be looking in the hourly chart. So that's the accumulation that we had so far in the hourly chart. Whenever the market breaks this accumulation, we're probably going to be making a call for a buy in Cardano, right? Now, Dash, I want to comment with you guys because I was almost fooled yesterday, because me and my partner, we were seeing these as not as these, but as these. We were seeing these as an ascending triangle. But then I realized that this is not a dot in the upward trend line, and that we can see in the 60-minute chart, the hourly chart here. Why is that? Because that's a bad tick, right? And if that's a bad tick, we don't have a dot here to support this line. So if you don't have that, then what we have, what is it that we have? We have that, and if we have that, the market probably already won. See, 1, 2, 3. The market already broke this support line, and it gives us in the daily chart a very different situation. Well, it's just a situation that it's flagging down. So Dash might probably come back to test the support level that he's looking at 20.0258, around 0.0258. And if it does, it might that might evolve to a rectangle, and which is also bullish, right? So be keeping an eye on that chart too. The CRED, my friends, I think it's also rectangling, and it's probably going to be breaking this support that is testing now and coming to test its next resistance support level, which I think is 0.004, and maybe even reach its all-time low at 0.003. Ethereum Classic, it's flagging or doing a consolidation, an accumulation formation below this very important support line. So I think it's going to continue coming down towards its all-time low at 0.00135. EOS, we're looking at these because it broke this resistance line and it's testing now. I think that might be a bottom. Why is that? Because so far we've had this upward movement, and it broke the support line. So we plotted Fibonacci here, and it went until the first Fibonacci retracement at 0.038. So this might be considered a inverted head and shoulders, or whatever you want to call this accumulation or this reversal pattern. So, but as it broke this resistance line, 1, 2, 3, almost 4 points, right? We could eventually take this line here, and then you'd have even one more point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 5 points. And if we look at Fibonacci from here, well, yeah, we would be expecting maybe Fibonacci, maybe the market to go up to 0.01115. Yes. So we're looking at that, and we're keeping an eye on the hourly chart. Whenever we feel these accumulation here is well, the market is escaping the gravity control of this accumulation, we're probably going to issue a long call. Yoda is in a rectangle. I think it's coming down to test its last button at 7,000 satoshis, 0.00007, which is 7,000 satoshis, right? Now Monero broke its resistance line and is accumulating in a well, what will it be? We're looking at that, and we can't find it yet, right? So if you're gonna help me, it looks like a pennant or a triangle, a symmetrical triangle. We're keeping an eye on that. It might eventually evolve to become a rectangle as well. The idea here, actually the idea I'm having now is that I think Bitcoin might eventually escape from its resistance line. Eventually Bitcoin is going to go up first, and then the good coins, then the good projects, the good crypto assets will follow, and we will eventually have those coins that will outperform Bitcoin. But in the beginning, maybe they will stay down, or they will stay sideways, or vis-a-vis with Bitcoin. They will go up, but just as much as Bitcoin does. So in terms of Bitcoin, in terms of the assets quoted in Bitcoin, they won't be going up. So that's why I think eventually Monero could turn this probable triangle into a rectangle. So that meaning he would come here to test its last low at 0.0165, around that. So we're keeping an eye on that too. Nano. Well, Nano is in it. It tested its resistance line once and twice, and it didn't go through. So we're expecting this accumulation to take longer, and eventually these four, well, at least three candles, sort of dodgy candles, they seem to make me think that we're probably going to come down to this, to test this last button here, but nothing, well, nothing very explicit here, nothing dramatic. So I'd say it's sideways and indefinite. Ontology, well, market is in sideways. It tried to break the resistance, and at 0.00032 wasn't able to do it. So now I think it is. We're probably having to, you know, make that, which I already did, replace that resistance line, and I guess we're continuing in this descending channel here, maybe testing this next support level, which is at 0.00024 at 250. 25, 0.00025, okay, but nothing very specific on ontology too. Now Ripple is flagging, I think, so we're keeping an eye on Ripple. It was hard to get it. We almost issued a call when he was breaking the resistance line here, but you know, it happened at night, and I missed it. And then the other day we've been expecting for a flag to form, but it didn't give us any present. It just went up, right? So now I think it's flagging up, and we're keeping an eye on that with the 60-minute, and that's the situation. Whenever it breaks this resistance line here, we're probably going to be getting in and issuing a call, a long call for Ripple, because, well, who knows what a crypto asset can move, right? It made these moves as seen in the hourly chart, but it made these move in the end of last year, and that was huge, right? That was really huge. If we pick it from here, you would still have 600% upward movement. If it just goes to the last top, we would have some 180%, 170, 180% move to catch. So keeping an eye on Ripple too. Stellar is flagging up in its upward resistance line of these enormous pennant that we can see in it, right? That's the weekly chart. Back to the hourly chart here. We see that it is accumulating. I'm looking at these now, and I'm thinking, as you as well might be thinking, that these resembles a head and shoulders. So maybe it's stopping. Let's take a look. Well, that would be the head and shoulders that is shown in the, yeah, because looking better, we've had this reversal here, right? Climax and reversal, and now we might be flagging down in order to the market to, I don't know, maybe eventually enter the space, the gravity influence of this sideways situation here. Yeah, maybe that's what's happening. So we'll have to wait to think of buying Stellar. Waves is, I think, producing a big flag here. So we're keeping an eye on that, looking at the 60-minute chart. Where is it? Here it is. And, you know, keeping an eye on that. Whenever it breaks this resistance line that we'll be updating here, we're probably going to be recommending a buy on that. Zcash also break this resistance line, and we're expecting that to become a very nice flag that could give us a good signal to enter and put the stop right below the flag. And finally, 0x. 0x is also, we understand, flagging up. We have a potential of 78% if it goes to the last stop, right? So we're keeping an eye on that, looking at the 60-minute chart too, hourly chart, and let's see what happens. So if you watched the video until now, I thank you very much. I would appreciate very much if you could spread the word about our channel. Share the link of this video with English-speaking community, and that's it. Let's go with the cryptos, and I'll see you next time, next video. Thank you.